Do you need to summarize something? I've come up with an interesting path to do that. The easiest way is just to show you. This was a Twitter post by Lior. It's talking about a new prompting style called chain of density. And it's used primarily for summarizing longer form content, but not losing all of the important details of that content as you summarize, which LLMs can tend to do. So once I had this, then that led me to the paper. So as I was reading the paper, I realized that, well, here's the prompt that I need, but it's a picture, and that's kind of a pain. So I took a picture of the picture using just screen capture, and then I ran it into this, which was Google Bard. So you can see here that I've loaded the image directly into Google Bard, and then I've said to Google Bard, please OCR this very accurately, and dutifully it did so. And so I was then able to take and copy the prompt, and I found it incredibly accurate, so really, really good. So I took that and I put it here inside of Sublime text. I just double checked everything, added the bullets. I just did a little bit of formatting to make it nice, more for me, more than the LLM or the machine. So once I had that, then I was ready to go over to ChatGPT. And so for this particular use case, because I'm putting in an article link, I want to make sure that the AI can actually go to the link and read the article. So I'm using GPT-4 plugins. And in the plugins, I'm using Web Pilot. Web Pilot gives the AI the ability to go to the internet and read things. So that's pretty useful here. So now that we have all that, we can get started. So let's go back, and first let's grab our prompt and come right over here, and we'll drop that in. So you can see, I've just put it in. Now we need to replace this part with our article. Now remember what I said was I found this on Twitter that led me to this paper. Well, I can't just, in this case, I didn't want to just upload a PDF. So I wanted to summarize an article, and the one I wanted to summarize was this article by Jeremy Howard and Jonathan Whitaker on Can LLMs Learn from a Single Example? So I've put that article into Read at Readwise. You can see what it does is it does a really nice job of formatting the article, and then what you can do is if you click these little three dots, you can enable the public link, copy the public link. Then we can go back over to our text, our prompt, right, that we've got in here, and we'll put that link right in there. Now, this is my personal private link, so I know in this way I'm not like going and sort of spamming some site, and this is going to do it. So the only thing we need to do now is press this little purple button. We'll watch the generation because it's super interesting to see what this does. So first, it's going to go out and it's going to use Web Pilot. It's going to go to that URL, that article I gave it, and it's going to literally read the article. So we're waiting for that right now. And if we want to see kind of what happened in there, it shows it grabbing the article. Where is it grabbing it from? It's grabbing it from my read, not from the original article source in this case. So it does an initial summary, then it's going into iteration 1. If you go back and look at the prompt, what you'll see is that this prompt tells the AI to act as an agent doing sequential series of summaries using the information from the summary in the next summary, but it's a very particular prompt in teaching the AI not to forget what it already summarized that's important. So this is what's kind of unique about this density concept. So iteration 3, what it's doing, it's saying, oh, I forgot to talk about this in the previous summary. I need to talk about that. So then it creates a new one. And it does the same thing. Oh, it says, oh, I forgot to talk about the atom optimizer paper, this paper in Dropout. So I need to do that. Iteration 5, I forgot about residual connections, stochastic gradient descent, and LoRa. So I need to do that. And then the final JSON output contains also all of the iterations. But what we are interested in is this. This is what all the work was for. Let's read it. LLM fine-tuning revealed rapid memorization and unique loss curves, evident Kaggle's LLM science exam. This challenges neural learning norms, possibly influenced by the atom optimizer and residual connections. The article also touched on stochastic gradient descent dynamics, insights from ULM fit, and the LoRa approach potential in LLM training. So now, if you are a student of machine learning, this dense summary is going to be really useful for you as you tackle the full article. This does not replace the article. It's meant to give you kind of a guide, a framework. So now what I would do is, in going back here to my Readwise, is I would keep that summary handy. I would keep that in my mind now as I'm going through. This is an actual learning technique, but the way I like to call it is reading the book backwards, because what we've really done is we've kind of gone through the whole article. We've had the LLM or the AI summarize it. We've read that. So we have in our brain some words, some ideas. We've created some new connections. So now as we read this, we're going to go, oh, that's what the summary was meaning. And it's going to really help to really quickly pick this up and learn. So, with that, we are kind of all done. And I hope you enjoyed this. This is one of those sort of rapid fire, quick cut. I just did this a few minutes ago for the first time. It was useful to me, so I'm sharing it with you.